Hey folks, my name is Varsona.
And I'm KillerGhostG.
We're here to talk about Genshin Impact, a highly anticipated game that has crossplay between PC, Android, iOS, PS4, and later down the line, the Nintendo Switch.
You know what? There's a lot of potential here with this game that I'm looking forward to and I'm super hyped about it.
Yeah, dude, I'm hyped about it too, so let's jump right in. What part of this game has you most excited based on what you've seen?
Well, one thing I'm looking forward to is some of the character designs. They look super cool to me. I appreciate the aesthetics that they put forward for how, every character seems to have its own little unique flavor.
Yo, from what I've seen from the recent trailers though, the voice acting is pretty good too, especially the English one. I know a lot of anime fans are not the biggest fan of dub, but I am. So,
Hey man, I enjoy it too.
yeah.
I am astrologist Mona Magistus, meaning the great astrologist Mona. The equipment repair bill is due, and so is the final payment for that celestial globe I ordered. Astrologers must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
I'm also definitely looking forward to the elemental synergy system mixed in with the MiHoYo brand of action combat, right? The previous game, Honkai Impact 3rd, had some stellar combat, and I think the synergy system has a ton of potential for meaningful team interaction. So that goes back to like co-op. Like I'm excited for this game's co-op potential.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully being able to explore this huge open world together, get into some random shenanigans and see what this game has to offer.
Yeah, me too, me too.
So, as for a few things that I hope this game does have to it, just hope they put in some MMO-like qualities to it. Maybe a guild or a clan, a city or a town or two that people can meet up at and hang out. And I just also hope they have a few raids or two that we can work together to overcome. But what about you, Varsona?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I'm looking forward to a lot of the same things you are. I'm hoping that they add in a lot more varied and challenging bosses that require teamwork and coordination. There are some mobile games that have done this. Dragalia Lost being a big one where the end game bosses, man, like you need coordination or a lot of people who are extremely farmed and ready to take on these bosses. But
Oh yeah.
but I'm also looking forward to things like player housing, more clothing options for my characters because you gotta personalize, you gotta bling them out. Um, I'm
Of course.
definitely looking forward to more co-op variety. Like I think there are many ways this game can have co-op, like exclusive guild missions or clan missions, or more quests that require coordination. But that kind of limits it as a single player game too. So it's kind of hard to balance that out. But I can hope because the way I see mobile games that are on mobile platforms is that if they are promoting crossplay, they're promoting co-op play, and I think that this
That's
game
probably like
has
the huge picture that they're trying to go for.
yeah, and I think this game has a lot of potential to get a lot of people to play together. And a lot of my favorite games, the memory comes from the community or playing with my friends or interacting with my friends in these games. So I think Genshin Impact has the vehicle that can provide this for me. Another aspect to be hyped about is that, like any other new game, uh, being in the launch window and playing the game on launch window is a totally different experience because the game has not been solved yet. We're trying to explore the game, figure stuff out, so is everybody else. And the stuff we find, the secrets that we might find, we get to share that with the community, with the people who also love this game, and learn more about the game. And we get to experiment a lot.
Speaking of which, I'm also looking forward to how each character will interact with every other character and all the different combos that you can at least come up with on how to take down different enemies and how to synergize every character together.
Yeah, dude, I'm really looking forward to that. Let's just hope we get characters to actually do all this stuff with, because RNG gods may not favor us that well.
True that, true that.
There are some things that I'm worried about for this game. I already mentioned before that I think MiHoYo is pretty focused on having very fun and very good co-op gameplay, but something still doesn't sit well with me because it's still considered a gacha game, and most gacha games will usually focus more on asynchronous gameplay or multiplayer, where let's say like we're fighting the same boss, but at the very worst, we're just joining a lobby and doing the same damage to our health pool and not really interacting with each other. And sometimes we are fighting together, but we're not really forced to do anything together. It's just like us vomiting our DPS onto a boss. Like this, there's no need to work together. And before I shoot myself in the foot here, I can expect the early bosses in Genshin Impact to be like that because, this is just how games are. But I feel like as the game ramps up in difficulty over time, it should take on like a more cooperative aspects, kind of like Regalia Lost's multiplayer in Endgame, where communication is key, good teamwork is key, and if we mess up, we'll know we messed up. Like that's rewarding to me. So what are you worried about for this game?
I just hope that this game isn't too much of a pay to win. I might not be the biggest gacha player, but I do play a game called MapleStory M. MapleStory originally was a game that me and Varsona used to play way back in the day on the PC, but now that they've come out with their mobile version, they've kind of taken the gacha aspect and, I don't know, they haven't made it very rewarding. Because it kind of seems like if there's not certain items you have and or pay for, then you can essentially try to enhance your equipment and you have the possibility of either completely destroying it or degrading it to the previous level, which makes this progression in this game very difficult sometimes, especially if you're more of a free-to-play player. So I just hope that this game will be able to have some cool aspects of the gacha, but not make it too hard where I have to pay for items in order to progress.
So since I don't play this game, you're gonna have to help me out here. You can't earn the premium currency while playing the game, right? For MapleStory M?
You cannot.
Well, that freaking sucks because at least all the other gacha games I played, like Fire Emblem Heroes, Dissidia Opera Omnia, Regalia Lost, Tales of Cristoria, like all these games, you can earn premium currency to roll on a banner or gacha or these loot boxes, and at the very least I can get that by playing the game or logging in every day or whatever. That kind of really sucks that not only are you halted from progression, but you literally lose progression if you don't spend money in MapleStory M. That seems super bad.
It would be nice if they had something like that, but unfortunately they don't, and I guess it is what it is,
Yeah, I'm a little optimistic about this too. I understand this is how they're gonna make their revenue, but right now to me, I see Genshin Impact as an open world RPG with co-op and some gacha trappings, and not a gacha game with some open world elements to it. Like the focus seems to me, based on MiHoYo's past game, is that they're pretty gameplay focused. So I hope that delivers and that the gacha elements are not leaned upon super heavily, but only time will tell.
Me too.
So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say about that until the game comes out. I think we should definitely revisit what we talked about here and see if everything matches up with our expectations and our concerns. So with that said, that's been our thoughts on Genshin Impact. This game comes out in a couple weeks. Yeah, not too much longer of a wait until we find out what we've been hoping for, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
This game is good.
Yeah, let's hope this game is good. Well, tell us what you're excited for in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.